Hello there. Quick little devlog update here on last chunk. I managed to get the weapon mods system in place. The system is effectively just the badge system from Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. Only it's going to relate to a weapon thing that you're going to have strapped to your back. I haven't actually made the weapon yet, just the basic system itself. If I click the menu here and go to this middle tab, you'll see I have a mods list and permamods, which haven't been added yet. Basically, as you acquire mods throughout the game, you can equip them, and they'll give you various bonuses in battle and stuff. They consume mod points, which are up here. That's the equivalent of your badge points, and those get increased by leveling up. And you can see I can equip and unequip them, and they show how many mod points each one costs. The yellow means that it's equipped, and green means it's unequipped. I made a little command for myself to test with. Give mod on HP. Let's say 5 and 3. Just put in the IDs of a couple more. I have a few different types of mods currently. What I've done is, if I go to replicated storage here, which I'll increase the size of this a little, you can see I have a weapon mods folder as well as a mod template. Mods currently can have 5 different effects. They can apply a bonus to your damage for direct and indirect attacks. They can have a chance of inflicting a status effect for direct and indirect attacks. And they can apply a fortitude bonus, which basically increases your defense. I also added constraints, which are restrictions that requirements that must be met for the mod to have effect. Currently there's only 4, which is basically just determining if your health or charge is greater than or less than some amount or percent. So those are set up there, and they all function. And you can use these to make various mods and stuff. So I have a couple of damage bonus direct mods here. I'm going to equip these. Currently there aren't any constraints on anything right now. Just none of these testing mods have those at the moment. See there. So let me get into a battle, and I'm just going to use the basic attack, which would normally do 3 damage. But because I have 2 direct damage boosts on, it does 3 damage instead. And I lost the battle anyway because my health was low. But you can see there it does its thing. Fortitude would increase my defense, make me take 1 less damage. This status chance direct bonus means that on every time I damage something with direct damage, including myself, there will be a chance of inflicting a status effect. The way this works is a little interesting too. It doesn't add to a percent chance, to like a total percent chance for that status effect. Instead, what the game does is first it looks at your mods and goes through each of your, when you're dealing damage, it'll go through each of your status chance mods, roll each of them independently, and whichever one it happens to go through last basically gets priority. So if all of them succeeded in their rolls, you would basically apply one status effect after another, which would either not work if the status effect is already applied, or it would replace the existing one. So it's a little funky. There's going to be some stuff based around like what order the mods are stored in your save data that's probably going to cause some funkiness, but it was the easiest way that I could think to implement it, and because the chances of application of a status effect from a mod are going to be pretty slim anyway, I doubt that it's going to have that much of an effect on gameplay. This also doesn't really influence any attacks that themselves can inflict a status effect, and the attack status effect takes priority as well. That's rolled last after the mods, I believe. A little bit complicated, but basically the status effect mods are a little bit funky, but it works. Perma mods is going to be a thing where I'm going to have an optional rebirth mechanic where when you reach max level, you can choose to start over again, but get to keep one mod as a perma mod, which you can equip without spending mod points. So you can get as many perma mods as you want, as many copies of the same mod stored here, just by rebirthing over and over again. So you could technically use it to make the most broken builds in the game. It's kind of like a new game plus, basically. Purely optional. It's not going to be required to beat the game or anything, just for players who've already beaten it and want to mess around with the game's mechanics. But that's probably what I'm going to work on adding next, along with the basic rebirth system. But yeah, and then after that, I think I got to add some NPCs or figure out how that's going to work. There's also the bestiary that I got to work out. Probably some more stuff with the settings menu and just making some of these menus nicer. But yeah, it's coming along pretty well. I've got a decent number of mechanics implemented now. I mean, I've got the quick time events, I've got the items, I've got the PvP, PvE, random encounters, all that stuff. So this game's coming along pretty nicely. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.